Our first group this evening here at Centennial Hall will be the Klukwan Chilkat Dancers. The group was organized in 1992 and performed for the first time in the 1992 celebration. They are representative of all the major clans in Klukwan, including the Ganachtedi, Kagwantan, Shankukedi, and Dakhlawedi. The core of the dance group are the students from Klukwan School. However, participation in celebration has been open to all community members. The group feels it's important for all age levels to participate in traditional dance, as it is an important aspect of our culture. The students at Klukwan School practice once a week during most of the school year. Other Klukwan community members have been practicing for a few weeks in preparation for this year's celebration. Dance practices are organized by Lonnie Hutch and have been supported by the knowledge, instruction, and advice from elders including Agnes Bellinger, Margaret Stevens, Joe Hutch, Evelyn Hutch, Albert Patty, Ruth Casco, Smith Katzik, and Anna Katzik over the years. The local leaders and elders of the Ganachtedi, Kagwantan, and Chankukwedi have given the dance group permission to use their clan songs in performances. Please welcome the Klukwan Chilkat Dancers.
Yan ka iwini. Yiko ayak kon. Chief. The next song we're going to do is a Gunana, a trade song. It's a song that the Hutch matriarch taught us years ago when we first got started up in Klukwan. It's Hey Ya Hey. Help me see. Good. Hey ya hey, hey ya hey ya hey, ah ya hey ya hey, ah ya we ya ah we ah ya hey ya hey, hey ya hey ya hey, ah ya hey ya hey, ah ya we ya ah we ah ya. The next song we're going to do is a clan song from the Ganakhtadi clan. We have permission to use this song from our Ganakhtadi clan leaders, Jones Hutch, who's here, and his uncle Chief. This song will feature the guys wearing the Chilkat blankets. The next song that we're going to do is our healing robe song. And Agnes, would you come up on the stage? She's one of our teachers, so we want to acknowledge her and have her come up with our other elders. Hagu. The healing robe was just completed last year in Klukwan, and we had a celebration. It was the idea of the healing robe was that the art of weaving Chilkat blankets was nearly lost to Klukwan. Jenny Fanat, our last master weaver, died in the mid-1980s, and there was nobody in Klukwan who wove the blankets anymore. And Cheryl Samuel came and taught a Raven's Tail class. We all made little bags, and then we asked her if she would help us to learn how to weave Chilkat. And in order to do that, we got this community project. Eric, would you come over here, please? It took us 8 years. We learned as we went to weave this blanket. And Ruth, Ruth Casco is one of the weavers, main weavers, along with myself and Edith Jocko and Adrian Bocart. We started off with 12 women, and when it came down to finishing it, we had 4 who consistently worked on it. So, but God was with us, and we had a good teacher. Cheryl, would you come out? Hagu. And she helped us to get started, and she helped us. Once we learned, she wouldn't do it for us anymore. She turned it over and made us do it on our own, and that's a sign of a good teacher. So let's give Cheryl a hand for her help. We'd also like to acknowledge some of the other weavings that are here. This blanket that Sean is wearing is made by Kay Parker, and that robe came off the loom in Klukwan, and it also was there to welcome the healing robe when it was finished. And we'd like to thank Kay for loaning that blanket to us for this performance tonight. Ganachish. And this apron that my brother Jack is wearing is made by Cheryl, and you want to tell about it, Cheryl? It's old, she said. One of her first weavings. Her very first weaving. And little Austin, would you come and show your little apron too? Move your vest. And this was a sampler that I made to learn how to weave the healing robe. So, and then the blanket that Josh is wearing, it was the one that was repatriated. Agnes, you want to tell about it? The one that Josh is wearing?
That's the one we repatriated?
I think so.
2 years ago, Harold Jacobs informed me that a blanket that I was looking for was up in Anchorage in a museum there. And we got it back through the repatriation program. I wanted my brothers to have it. Albert isn't here, Albert Patty. He's the oldest brother, and then Edward Warren and Richard Warren. There are 3 brothers. They are also my clan brothers. I wanted them to have a blanket for their wolf house, so I got it for them. It's theirs. Thank you.
Good to see you, Shanti. I'd also like to acknowledge the other weaving that you see up in front, Edward. This is an apron that Maria Miller made, and she was from the Chilkat area also. And this robe that you see me wearing, it's a raven's tail robe. And it's one that I just completed this spring. I call it the Chilkat River Robe because it has, on the borders, it has the hooligan dip net. And on the top, it has the backbone of the salmon down the side. And also in the middle, this is the design I call the Creator. It's like a cross. And I think in Emmons' book, it's called a Raven's Tail, Yes Kulu. And when we learned how to weave, we learned about, in the center of these designs were the treasures. And the treasure of the Chilkat River is the salmon. That we have 5 species of salmon in the Chilkat River. So that's what this one's about. And then on bottom is the river design. And when my robe moves, it makes the sound of water. The healing robe song. It means God took away the sadness, the heaviness we were carrying. When the weaving came back to Klukwan, when our culture comes back, it heals our spirit. And that's what this song is about. God took away the sadness, the heaviness we were carrying. And then the second verse is, He gave us joy and dancing. And remember, folks, Tawusagu.
Good evening. Welcome to the evening performances at Celebration 2000 in Juneau. My name is Patrick Anderson, and I'm a trustee of the Sealaska Heritage Institute. You've just heard a wonderful explanation of the artwork that has gone into the dance that's before you right now. You see a number of raven's tail and Chilkat blankets up on stage, as well as a number of aprons. Lonnie Hotch explained how Jenny Flanat, the last of the Klukwan area Chilkat weavers, passed away in the mid-1980s, and they asked Cheryl Samuels, who is dancing with the Chilkat dancers, to help them in resurrecting that lost art. I have sitting with me today Archie Kavanaugh Jr., a friend and artist. Archie is an accomplished musician. I met him years ago and marveled at his guitar work. He's also a former athlete here in Southeast Alaska, works for the Central Council of Klukwan and Haida Indian Tribes of Alaska here in Juneau, Alaska. Archie, in the past 5 or 6 years, you've taken an interest in Klukwan art. Is that correct?
Yes, it certainly has. I've been carving now for about 6 years here in Juneau.
Great. What piqued your interest in carving?
Actually, I think I was inborn. I grew up in Cake, and when I was younger, my dad would take me down to visit a man in Cake who was a carver by the name of Kuchan. And when I was about maybe 7 or 8 years old, I used to watch him carve out a totem pole. Then I started to carve locally, bow and arrow kind of things for the kids, little boats. And I didn't realize at the time maybe that I had a natural knack for that. And of course, my great-great-grandpa, Dakunik, was a canoe maker. And so maybe I had some of his genetics as well. But I didn't realize I had any real carving capability or ability until several years ago. I carved a birdhouse for my father-in-law, Joe Pasternak, as a gift. And I copied Jim Mark's paddle at the time. He had a raven design, and I copied it as a first carving project of mine. And it was pretty crude, but that was the beginning of my carving career.
Excellent. And I remember, Archie, the birdhouses that you were doing back at that time, but you've since graduated to the point right now where you had an entry or two in the juried art show. Is that right?
I was grateful that I actually honored to be in the company of these masters who I've watched through the years to be fifth. As I understand, the shakiyat, the headdress that I presented, was right close to the 4th place position of my teacher, Mick Beasley. I trained under him for about 3 years, and then I took classes by Steve Brown when he came to town and taught me how to make my own tools, in fact. I took my very first form line class from him. And another individual, a Klukwan from Haynes, a very, very beautiful carver, a master in my eyes, Jim Heaton. I learned from him. Another beautiful carver from Seattle, a very good friend of mine, Lauren White. And of course, local guys that have helped me along, Charlie Abbott, Ray Watkins, and also I see my good friend over here, Lonnie Acord.
That sounds like a
I
pretty
just had my
distinguished-
glasses given to me, Pat. Now I could see.
Okay, well, that sounds like a very distinguished group of teachers, Archie. Now, I'm real curious. There's kind of a resurrection in Klukwan art. I know you've been around the Klukwan community for quite a while. What kind of advice would you give to a young man who's interested in carving? How should he pursue that interest?
You mentioned my music background. In the 7th grade, I began music, and I learned by an individual here, people know through gold medal, Bill Bean. He taught me how to play guitar, and I took lessons from him for several months, and eventually went on to a musical career. And I always felt lacking because I never learned piano. I never learned music theory. And of course, with the art, Tlingit art, Northwest Coast Art Design, the mother form line, the mother of the ovoid, you have to learn the theory of the Northwest form line design. And that's what I would encourage every first-year-old, first grader, or grade school, middle school, or a person as old as I am, who had just recently started carving several years ago. First of all, learn the form line. What I referred to, and I saw my white-haired Yoda walk through the museum the other day, a man that I admire and is my hero, Mr. Bill Holm. And I always refer to his book as 101 Bill Holm. When you learn the form line, learn Bill Holm.
That's wonderful advice. The Sealaska Heritage Institute invited Bill Holm up to Celebration just to acknowledge the tremendous contribution that he made to actually preserving Pacific Northwest Coast art. And what I'm hearing from you, Archie, is the way to do it is to get the book and to get some other books and just start drawing. Is that right?
Yes, and as I always encourage, the design you see on the backdrop of the building tonight is a box design. And really, that's, if you don't have a teacher, the best thing to do is, as Robert Davidson was saying today, is spend time in the basement of the museum, get a pass through Mr. Jim, the curator of the Joint Museum, I forget his name right offhand, but go down and look at the many artifacts, go through the museum and study these carvings and the drawings, and if you don't have an instructor, it's very difficult, I have to admit, but there are more of us coming
that's
from the
Haynes,
ranks,
Alaska.
and I'm sure that we're willing to help people with advice. I don't think it's a secret, as a lot of people think it is. Once you start learning the theory of it all and get some advice, hopefully from a helpful instructor, man, I encourage any young person to take an interest in this because it'll definitely teach you a lot of discipline and patience and really breathing. I found in my age I'm getting younger because I don't breathe as much. When I'm carving, I have a tendency to go into a semi-hibernation state.
Excellent, excellent. And the medium that you work in predominantly is wood, is that right?
Yes, predominantly birch, my favorite wood for shuckiyuts and for masks. I love carving in yellow cedar. It's like carving in wax. Red cedar is also very beautiful for making hats as well. But my second best wood really is alder. I love carving alder for bowls and maybe even plaque kind of things. I'm doing right now a rattle, sheshuch. Yate sheshuch in birch, and birch is wonderful for making rattles.
We're talking to Archie Kavanaugh Jr., a Klukwan artist who just recently placed fairly high in the Sealaska Heritage Institute juried art show. And the advice he's giving is pretty solid. But, Archie, I would say that learning the form lines probably helps you in the other kinds of arts. If we take a look up at the stage, right now we see drums with Klukwan design on it. Of course, we had the discussion of the Raven's Tail blanket a little earlier, the Chilkat blankets. There's the backdrop. See the wonderful hats. There's an octopus bag up there. Really, when you think about it, any artist from Chilkat weaving to spruce root basket weaving to button blanket making all benefits from the simple advice that you gave, which is learn the form lines, right?
Yes, more than anything. But as you progress in the art of carving, you also learn a lot about basketry, the geometric designings, what those half-head of salmonberry and zigzagging marks signify, the track of the woodwork, for instance. You'd be very surprised how much you will learn just from learning Northwest Coast art. And then you'll start to learn that, again, how it applies to weaving of the Raven's Tail and Chilkat blankets. So all this really ties in. When you talk about Northwest Coast art, it's not just form line pertaining to art, second dimension, third dimensional kind of wood projects, but also the regalia that you see up there. It's very important. I'd like to point out the Chilkat dancers out here are my people. My mom comes from Klukwan, and I come from the Frog House. It's Chitty up there. I'm a Ganach Tedi. And so these are my people that are dancing, and I'm very proud of them.
And that's actually incredibly important in your artwork, isn't it, Archie? When you go out to do some design, it has to be your original design. And there are some crests and the like that you're not really eligible to use, and there's some that you have access to.
I've been very fortunate to come from the Frog House in Klukwan because it has an immense amount of artifacts. The Whale House, the Frog House, those are all Ganach KD houses. I'll never run out of ideas. Just off the cuff, there's the woodworm, there's the dog spirit, there's the land otter, or Kushtuka, there's the whale, there's the duk-duk, the strong man. Gosh, there's the raven stealing the sun. And as you recall, in 1981, I released the record album called Light Unto the World, and it told the legend of how ravens stole the sun, the moon, and the stars. Little did I know back then that I was really a part of that legend. So I've got a multitude of press objects to select from in my lifetime, bowls, woodworm bowls, and such that I can keep really busy with. I'm still graduating on to my first 20-foot totem, and I just like to mention a very special cousin of mine, he's a first cousin of mine. He's a master carver, world-renowned Mr. Wayne Price. Now, recently I've been working with Wayne, and I smoke fish with him in Haines, and when we get together, him and I carve masks. We've been carving masks, and he has me working right now on a dance staff.
Excellent. And you mentioned one of my favorite cultural topics, native food. I'm sure you share a lot of that with the artists that you work with. Now, we've also been fortunate. I've noticed Nathan Jackson has been walking around here, and he served as an inspiration to a couple of generations of native carvers. And, of course, Robert Davidson. Have you taken any inspiration from the works of those two gentlemen?
I've got every book of Robert Davidson, and I've followed Nathan's work. I've taken pictures of every piece of his art
song that we're going to do is
everywhere
our
that I can.
exit song. And I'm going to have
a marvel.
my assistant
Nathan,
here
to me,
lead
his
off on this
Tlingit name
song.
is
She's
Yeshiyadi.
one of the students at
And I call
Klukwan
him
School,
by
and
that.
she's
I grew up in
my
Cape
prize
calling all
student.
my friends and
She's
all my
been
cronies
learning
at the
to
time
be
by
a
their
song
Tlingit
leader for
names.
the past few years, and
And,
more and more
so
I'm
when I
delegating
see-
to her.
I just said hello
So
to Nathan a
Gukte
minute
Brady
ago.
Hut.
And asked him very quickly to critique my shakiyat there in a museum, and he just didn't have the time. But I was hoping today that when we went to Robert Davidson's portion of his presentation, we would have received that. But I came in a little bit late, so I didn't really get any critique to the shakiyat. But that's the kind of thing that I value in these type of individuals, is when you do a piece, put your heart into it, that they do tell you, well, a little bit here, a little bit there. You don't want to hear the phrase, well, fortunate in my life not to have carving as my breadwinner, as my mainstay, because I can take my time and I can put my time as hours into making my work feel very comfortable, and my V-cuts and everything, my double V-cuts and whatever I'm doing at the time, I can be patient with. But if I was a carver for a living, making a living, I'd have to work these projects, I'd have to look for commissions, and I'd have to move pretty fast. So I have a lot of appreciation for the Beasleys and the Bryces and the Nathan Jacksons who are out there doing Northwest Coast art for a living.
Excellent, but I think, Archie, you can serve as inspiration to those of us who think we have a real busy schedule. I know that in managing your department at Klukwan Haida Central Council, it keeps you quite busy, and other community activities, and of course, going out on the fishing boat on occasion, and the like. You still have time to develop real high-quality art. Well, we've been speaking to Archie Kavanaugh Jr., who is a Klukwan artist. He's revealed a lot about his lineage today, and I'm real happy that you were able to join us, Archie. Keep up the good work.
Great, Pat. It's a real pleasure to be a speaker on the show here with K2, and we appreciate the viewers, and we most especially appreciate all our Tlingit people, our Haida people, our Tsimshian people, and also the Honolulu Hawaiian folks I notice are out here, and this is very heartwarming to have all of us together and to celebrate our culture.
All right, we're going to turn you back over to the dance group moderator for a little bit, and then we'll come back and we'll have another guest for you to speak to.
Let's give the Klukwan Chilkat dancers a big hand.